Shadow. Welcome, everybody. Welcome everybody on Facebook. I can't see the chat right now in the Facebook chat. Thank you guys for joining us. No mention of what's going on in the world currently. It's all about, just giving you an escape from everything going on out there. All the anxiety right now that's building for some of you, all the tension, all that. Just want to give you a distraction. Hold on, let me turn this music off, because that's crazy that I would have that music on with some serious shit going down, and just trying to be serious if I can. I haven't slept a lot, just a lot of stuff going on in the news. Not gonna mention it, just gonna thank you for being here. And we are privileged for anyone to come in and watch this on a week-to-week basis, and we're definitely privileged today to at least give you a little bit of a distraction for at least an hour, and talk about some things to look forward to in this crazy little world of ours. So thank you guys for being here on Twitch and on Facebook. How you doing, Sturdy? How you doing, Shadow? Everybody on Facebook. We're going to get rolling here in a bit. I got some advertisements to do. Misty's doing her makeup. We got a shitload of things to cover today. Some funny things, some exciting things, lots of stuff to talk about. But I just wanted to thank you guys for joining us. And again, don't want to mention anything that's going on in this country, at least right now, because that's not what this show is about. Just want to give you guys a distraction, something to ease your mind, something to get excited about when it comes to just, comic book movies or games or, TV shows, all that stuff. Because the last 12 hours have been fucking nuts. And this is supposed to be family friendly, and I just said the F word, so oops, my bad. But thank you guys for being here. Let me get the advertising done. Put up the royalty-free 8-bit music I got going, and we'll get the show started as soon as I'm done advertising. But thank you guys for being here. Dirty. Go get that sandwich, Sturdy. Go get that sandwich. I know that was a slip up on my part. I still gotta get used to the whole family friendly rule. Misty will be better about it than I will, so I gotta get used to it. It's gonna take some adjusting. So I do apologize. Alright, let me answer some questions in the Facebook. What are you playing? We're actually doing the Weekly Talk Show Nerd Alert. Welcome, Ray. Hey, Dan, did you get a haircut? No, I didn't get a haircut. Well, no, I mean, I did, like, months ago. But I've been letting it grow out because I can't go outside, so it's gonna be long again. No, not Bubba. Bubba is the alter ego that Cluster became. Fair enough. Just Ray, no more Bubba, stay well, Dan. Stay well, Ray. Yeah, Shadow. Not a topic of conversation for this. I wouldn't care, but it pops up on the screen. Don't want to talk about it. It's not what this episode is about. This episode is about all the news we have covered for today. That is not that. So, it's meant to be an escape for people. You know, a lot of people are fearing for their businesses right now. A lot of people are fearing for their lives, the lives of their friends and family that are out there doing their thing. And this is just an escape. Don't want to talk about it. Now, later, after, when I'm watching it, live tweeting, whatever, we can talk about it then. But, you know, this is meant as a distraction. This is meant as an escape. Thank you, Sturdy, for the host. Much appreciated. So, yeah, rules out there. Misty, your makeup almost done? Okay. So Misty's makeup is almost done. And then we'll get started. We'll get started with some video game news. Then we'll work our way into TV news and then movie news. We got a lot. We got a lot today. Got a lot. That alert picture just gave every kid watching nightmares. What? This one? It's a cat watching the channel. It's Tifa. It's Eric and Stephanie's cat watching the channel. That's our first. No, when I hosted you. Oh yeah, that's from Westward. Okay, yeah. No, I gotta change that. So thank you. I gotta change that. That is scary. When I watched it live on TV, it scared me. Both of us hosted. Thank you guys for hosting. I'm trying to fix these headphones. Yeah, but welcome everybody on Facebook and Twitch. Hope everyone's safe. Kids like, I don't want my face to do that. I'm saying this before people get here. I mean, it's just tell your kid it's a robot, and that it won't happen to his face. It won't happen. It won't happen to their face because robots. They're not robots. I don't know what the other alert ones are, which is bad. I should. Okay, this is just not gonna fix. What's this PG mode? Oh, are y'all still complaining that I made this family friendly? Y'all need to get over it. So we don't say cuss words anymore. What's the big deal? There's no one's dead. No one's gonna die. You can still cuss in the chat. We're just not gonna read it out loud. I mean, you can't. I mean, hey, you made me some tea. Okay, we still got a good 15 minutes before we have to start. How you feel? Pretty good. I mean, yeah, the only reason we really are here is just to drive. Names of co-hosts.
Oh.
Alright, Sturdy.
Anyway,
No, it's okay.
I just-
No, he's just gonna pretend we didn't get that blueprint on Warzone the other day.
Oh.
You got it with Misty? Did you partner up with Misty and get that blueprint on Warzone, huh?
Yeah.
Misty going in there with the 5 kills on Warzone? Huh? Huh? Did you put ice in it?
Oh no, it's that.
Okay, let me go get ice. We got plenty of time.
Uh-oh, the co-host is left alone. Hi, everybody. I wish I remembered what Garth did on Wayne's World when he was by himself. That would be a great little bit to do right now. Hi, Shadow, how's it going?
Alright, you little punk. Come on. I raced back here. Yeah, I did. And I raced back here.
He stood in front of the camera and got all nervous. I can't even do it.
Raced back here. I was like, oh god. Just as bad as dead air.
I was just trying to be funny.
I'm just messing with
I
you.
wish I remember what he did so I make that into a bit.
So, oh yeah, we have, oh wait, I can't say the name of our new bit. Well yeah, I can. Our new bit now, when we accomplish something without David in the channel, is hashtag FDavid.
When we accomplish something without David,
Some tea, Sturdy. I'm doing some tea.
I have my English breakfast tea, double bag. Got 2
Here, I'm
bags.
gonna turn the music down. Apparently it's drowning us out. Thanks for letting us know.
I've got English breakfast tea here, and Dan has honey lemon ginseng tea.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we put it in the coffee? Okay, that's gonna be
Instead of it being on the table.
Fudge David.
Yeah.
That's what we'll say on Nerd Alert when we speak of that campaign. Hashtag Fudge David. So channel points. I have to explain channel points since we've never had the new channel points. What's up, Exterminate?
Hey.
Exterminate gifted 2 subs and resub for his 20th month
Awesome.
yesterday.
That's awesome.
So channel points, there's only one that we will do on Nerd Alert, and it's the cheers. Now, of course, you can highlight your message and manipulate the emotes and unlock the motes and stuff, but the only, interactive one will be the cheers one, where, okay, Sturdy's already cashing it in, so let me teach Misty.
Okay.
So, Sturdy cashed in his channel points. Oh, you cashed in 2. One from Misty, one from me. So you take what you're gonna drink,
Yeah.
you look into the camera, and you go, Sturdy, gentleman, scholar, stay safe, love you. Thanks for supporting the channel. Cheers to you, mate.
Sturdy, you're a gentleman and a scholar.
I mean, you can make up
Love
something
you.
on your own.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't have to
We
say
just
those
have to
words.
cheers. Cheers to you with my English breakfast tea.
Alright, and that's for Sturdy. Shadow has also cashed his in, so we have to do one for Shadow as well.
Alright.
Oh, it's so hot.
That is very hot.
Shadow, thank you for coming in every stream, blessing us with your dark humor. Only a couple people know what I'm referring to. No, seriously, thank you for supporting. It's good to have supporters like you guys. Cheers. Yeah, you want to say
you.
one?
Shadow, you're awesome. Thank you.
Okay. That's an old habit from,
30
from my drinking days.
Oh no, I used to do that too. Back
Misty's cup looks like a small video character just thrown a rope out of the cup to escape.
in the day.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. He's running around the apartment somewhere. And a free toast to Exterminate, by the way. A free
Yes.
cheers to Exterminate, gifting 2 subs and subbing for his 20th month. 20 months of Exterminate, and like I feel like we witnessed the birth of his child, almost.
Yeah.
No, we. I mean, we weren't there.
We got
But we we get to see pictures, of after the child's born, after he's born and stuff, and it just like, you've become more than just a supporter. Exterminate.
Yes.
You've become like a family
Yes.
friend. And cheers to you, buddy. Shadow's really beside himself because
Aw.
you can cuss in the chat. We're just not gonna read it out loud. It's
alright.
I don't know how to explain this any clearer. Oh, thanks. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you, Exterminate. Okay. I say we get this kicked off a couple minutes early because we got a lot to go over. So, for Quarantine... I already screwed it up. For Nerd Alert, the Quarantine Season, Episode 5, I'm Dan.
I'm Misty.
And here we go, guys. Welcome. This is Nerd Alert. Oh no, guys, I accidentally deleted the quarantine intro. Boo! While I was setting up for this week's stream, I accidentally deleted the quarantine intro. I've got it saved on Adobe. I can just always bring it back, no worries. But how's everybody doing? How's everybody? Let me keep up. Stream is PG. Okay, PG-13. It means I get one F. You can... Never mind. Whenever you say PG, I just think of a cup of tea. Hey, cup of tea. No. Boo. I know. I accidentally deleted it. But I needed to change it anyway to say quarantine season, so it all works out anyway. So, let me explain. We're going more family-friendly with Nerd Alert. Just Nerd Alert. None of the other streams. The reason we're doing this is because apparently last week someone, a friend of mine, tried to tune in with his child, and here I was, blah, 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 F and S and C and D, probably a couple of G's there.
Nah.
And we're alienating, we are alienating people that want to watch the show with their kids because of the stuff we talk about. We do talk about stuff that kids would be interested in. All right, not just adults. I mean, we talk Star Wars and Batman and all this other stuff, so let's let children in. Fine.
I mean,
your kids can come watch. Your mothers and your grandmothers Exterminate.
That was our original intention in the first place. When we first started this show, we decided that it was going to be family friendly, and we've kind of slipped a little bit. So
I was the big voice in the heck with the family friendly. We're on Twitch now. We can do whatever we want, and yeah, it's my bad. It's my bad. I like to cuss, but at the same time, I'm 32. I really gotta lower it, and I'm in the professional entertainment world. Like when I'm not on Twitch, so I really gotta keep it down and be professional. Be professional. And then this one, she's a saint. She's a nun. She doesn't even have to. This is not hard for her. I say it, Misty, real host, and you just proved my point. Yeah, I can't argue that.
Intro thing, I think.
Boo, family friendly, Cash's F-bomb coupon. Again, you can say it in the chat. We're just not going to read it out loud. And we just call it making a red move. Okay, my mom and grandma didn't mind with your mouth. But, what if maybe you're not the only one bringing your mom and grandma in. Yeah. What if it's Misty's grandma? Then I'm really in trouble. Yeah, you can imagine Red being PG while playing Call of Duty. I have a disclaimer in the Call of Duty streams. Flip being professional, PG stream, PG me. I like that attitude. I think that Misty should set up a Nerd Alert swear jar for Red. Okay, everybody. And that doesn't even make sense, because my money is her money and her money is my money, so really we're just putting our money in a jar. That doesn't make any sense, guys. Anyways. Did I just say something stupid? No. Okay, good.
But then it would be her money. Ooh.
100% no, that's for savings. We've got money in the savings. Not enough to get a gaming chair for my back, but we've got money in the savings. But welcome, guys. We're going to start off with video game news. The first thing that hit this week was Sony came out and said the PS5 was going to be 100 times faster than the PS4. So not that fast.
Wow.
Anyone who has a PlayStation knows what I'm saying by that. So, okay. Slightly less slower, okay? Slightly less slower. So what do we know about the PlayStation 5? Well, 1, this is what the controller is going to look like. 2, it's going to be out November, December of this year, holiday season. And 3, it's going to be 100 times faster than the PS4.
How much is it going to cost?
Oh, the same as any new console price. Any new console
like
cost.
$400?
Probably $400 to $500. Probably. We'll be getting it. I will be getting it. One thing I'm hoping though is that it is more streamer friendly. Now, the PlayStation 4 has a great feature where you can stream directly from Twitch, but it doesn't give you that many options in broadcasting. I'm hoping the PS5 kind of has that for streamers. So same speed as the PS2, speed of the PS1. It'll also be haptic sensors, and games will react on how tight you hold the controller, or so they say. Oh, I didn't know that. Any PlayStation is still better than every Xbox system. Exterminate with the mad fire.
This is true.
And blocks a lot of cutscenes. I'm hoping it doesn't block cutscenes while streaming. I hope they take that out completely. Because what was really bothering me about Persona 5 when I was streaming it through PlayStation, I could only play the first 10 minutes, and then it would block it out completely. I had to get a PC system, get remote play in order to play Persona 5. So I hope that's all gone. The PS5 will be out this holiday season. Now, let's look at some game news that we can expect. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, the next installment in the Assassin's Creed anthology, Ubisoft has announced that unlike previous Assassin's Creed games, this will have less grinding and more non-violent takedowns, which has made a lot of Assassin's Creed fans upset. Because usually when you play an Assassin's Creed game, you pretty much know you're in for some solid grinding and some awesome kills. But this is going to have non-violent kills, and there's not going to be that much grinding? Well, what game am I playing? So it's going to be trash. It's going to be trash. I don't know if it's going to be trash. I mean, this looks interesting. It's Vikings. I don't know how you could have, like, non-violent takedowns with Vikings, though. I don't think they knew the meaning of non-violent takedowns. But this is one of the games that people are excited about coming out on new consoles like PS5 and whatever Xbox's is called, big old dumpster, the Xbox dumpster bin. Yeah, they have said that some games will integrate a feature where you need to move stuff or hold stuff gently, and the controller will react depending on how tight you hold it. So, and Sturdy's still talking about the PS5 features. That kind of reminds me of Detroit Become Human, or just the Quantic Dream games where you have to turn the controller. Wow, what? They're going to sit down and have a cup of tea? What the hell? I know. Like, it's freaking Vikings. Okay, I can understand the grind being a little bit less than the previous Assassin's Creed games, but I can't understand non-violent takedowns. What, are you just gonna club them in the head with something and walk away? Just knock someone out? They're ruining their niche. They're ruining what brings people to the dance to begin with. But Assassin's Creed Valhalla also scheduled for a holiday release, if not a January, February 2021 release. We'll see. But guys, the big news, a website came out today. That just totally, for me, can I say I wet myself? Is that safe? Is that family friendly?
Yeah.
Okay, I wet myself, guys. So, a website called There's Always the Lighthouse has confirmed a BioShock 4. BioShock 4 will be coming out. Now, when, the details, what, I don't know. If you go to this website, There's Always the Lighthouse. I'm not sure if it's .com, just Google it. All they say on this website is stay tuned, meaning a huge announcement is coming in regards to news of BioShock 4. There hasn't been a new BioShock since BioShock Infinite that came out in 2014? I don't know. But BioShock 4 is coming. Last I heard about this, 2K Interactive owned the studio that was working on the new BioShock. And that they were doing it in secret. Of course, that was all rumors. That has now confirmed there will be a BioShock 4. I don't know if it's going to top BioShock Infinite, man, because BioShock Infinite, to me, is a masterpiece of a video game. It's not just a visual overhaul either, as the DualSense has a new haptic feedback features that aims to offer next-generation take-on force feedback and rumble by simulating things like the feedback you'd get from a steering wheel from driving a car through mud. That's what they say about the controller. Shadow, BioShock is one of the greatest video game anthologies ever made. I'm just going to ignore that comment. But yeah, BioShock 4 definitely in the works, and a major announcement regarding BioShock 4 is going to be happening sometime in the future, and when it does, you know we will report it here the Friday afterwards right here on Nerd Alert. And that concludes pretty much the video game portions. We've had some good ones, details on PS5, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and BioShock 4. Sturdy's got some stuff. Oh, also, are you selling PlayStation controllers now, Sturdy? Are you selling PlayStation 5s? Well, before we get into TV news, I want to hear Sturdy's also, because we've got some TV news. The triggers will have a tension spring in it. This means, oh wow, okay. No, go ahead, Sturdy. We don't have a show to do, Sturdy. It's fine. You're going to just type that all in one sitting. Go ahead, Sturdy. So this controller is basically... Let's go to the controller since he's talking about it. I need the visual. Like when you pull the string on the bow, the tighter you pull the bow, the more resistance the triggers will give. I'm done, carry on. No, it's good that he's copy and pasting. It's a good theory, actually. No, I'm glad you bring that up. Because I didn't know any of that information. I've kind of avoided that, but it's fine. It's fine. I kind of like knowing that information. Lets me know who's going to beat Xbox. I love the idea behind it, too. You can add stuff to games, like the new Horizon Zero Dawn. You could totally add that feature in the new Horizon Zero Dawn. Depending on what they're doing with Assassin's Creed Valhalla, looks like you don't even need to press buttons anymore for that game. You just go like, boop, and then you hit somebody on the head, and you don't even kill them. So there you go. Just 2 hours of boop, and then you're done with the game. And then, of course, BioShock 4. I'm glad I'm getting all these new announcements with PS5 just right around the corner. No release date on BioShock 4, but an announcement is coming. Makes things more realistic too, like you can feel when you're putting too much pressure on stuff. Well, I have a frame of reference for that. PG, okay. I almost broke the family friendly rule with a joke, with an inappropriate joke. Huh?
No.
We're still gonna have our cute will they won't they break up banner. So, alright. Television. Misty, remember when we were like, man, wonder when South Park is going to be on HBO Max. And then we
Yeah.
were like, how much did HBO Max exactly spend on South Park? Well, okay, so South Park is going to be on HBO Max next month, so it's going to be totally off Hulu.
Ugh,
Don't worry,
so sad.
Hulu's got a game plan, and we'll talk about that in a minute. South Park is going to be off Hulu. Hulu and South Park had a temporary agreement. HBO Max bought the full rights. Not the exact figure, but the exact range on how much HBO spent is between 500 and 550 million dollars.
That's
I'm not
crazy.
making this up. So like $500 million for the rights to South Park for HBO Max. If I was Hulu, I would have been like, oh yeah, no, go. Yeah, no, we can't afford that. So they were on like a temporary deal. I think it was just a $90 million deal.
So sad.
And then HBO Max comes in. First of all, Matt Stone and Trey Parker, congratulations, my dudes. Holy, they're gonna make another Book of Mormon with that money.
South Park is my new. Well, I was talking to one of my coworkers the other day. Apparently, there is such a term called a comfort show, which I did not know that there was a term. I was talking to one of my coworkers about how right now one of the few things I can stand to watch
Wow.
is South Park, and he's like, "Oh, so it's your comfort show?" And I'm like, "Okay, that's a term now."
I mean,
Anyway, that's my comfort show. So I have to find a way. Either we're getting HBO Max or we're getting all of South Park on DVD.
So you might want to hold off on saying we're gonna get HBO Max, cause I've got a little bit of bad
Now,
news.
I've heard some negative reviews.
Well, it's not necessarily
I've heard negative
negative
reviews.
reviews. So here's the thing with HBO Max. If you have a Roku or the Roku competitor,
Yeah.
Amazon TV, Fire TV, it's not out for
they
Roku.
haven't made a deal. They haven't made a deal with either of them yet.
HBO wants a lot of money because it knows
Yeah.
the supply and demand. It knows that HBO is being demanded right now by so much, and HBO can just make atrocious amounts of money just being on consoles, or in the case I just found out, they can be on HBO Max is also on YouTube TV. It's also on other streaming services, which is just brilliant.
It's kind of like the add-on feature.
It's an add-on feature in YouTube TV. It's an add-on
But-
feature for AT&T customers,
if you-
online customers.
If you're like with certain subscriptions, you can get it for free. At
Mhm.
least the first month. Is there a situation where you can get the first year for free if you're AT&T?
AT&T customers do get the first year for absolutely free, much
Yeah.
like when Disney Plus did for Verizon users.
Yeah.
When Disney Plus came out, HBO Max is doing the same thing for AT&T and kind of going Verizon, but HBO Max wants top dollar from Roku and Amazon.
But I heard that one of the major criticisms of HBO Max is that it's basically it's a mishmash of things. It's not consistent because you have HBO. It's HBO. HBO Go or what's the other one?
Yeah, right now it's not.
HBO Go or HBO Now. Throw in all of Warner Media's properties, and then but the standards aren't there.
And I hear that
much like HBO's original content has those high standards.
And I'm also hearing that the interface is very unorganized.
Mm.
You go into Disney Plus and you want to watch Star Wars, you just go to the Star
Yeah.
Wars section. I'm hearing HBO Max is very unorganized in their program interface. So trying to find something is kind of a hassle. Cable is all but dead. Cable's pretty much out of the picture at this point. If you're calling your cable service provider, telling them to come hook up the cord to your TV, you are literally living in 1997.
I think you can get HBO Max if you have a cable provider.
But you can, yeah. They have other ways of getting you
can get
HBO
it
Max.
a lot.
But your grandparents are probably the only people that still have regular cable now. Everyone's got a streaming service they go to now for television. We have CNN on, no particular reason. We have CNN on TV right now thanks to YouTube TV.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the last time I ever had cable. It's always been through a console. It's always been through a streaming service. Now HBO Max is holding Roku and Amazon to such high pricing because they don't need Roku and Amazon, even though, and this is weird, Roku and Amazon are the two number one leaders in getting streaming services, in watching streaming services. But then you have consoles and new consoles coming out. I think HBO Max is just kind of being greedy. Just get a deal done and get it out there. Don't deflect from another demographic that you could have. I don't know though. Business is business, and there's a reason I'm not at the HBO offices right now.
I mean, well, they paid all that money for South Park. Come on.
They
so
did.
They gotta recoup that.
They
gotta recoup that.
They want $550 million, is what they.
I mean, but not only do they have. I mean, but they have so many different HBO Max, HBO Go, HBO Now.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe this is their I think the idea is to become a competitor with Netflix, and they already have original programming. They know that's they're not gonna break the bank making more of it.
Yeah.
So they're being cost conscious and trying to really put that money towards being a Netflix competitor.
I mean, the only thing that's making me want HBO Max is the Justice League Snyder Cut. And I'm going to get to why this is making me want... I mean, I explained last week why it's intriguing, but, there's some news that came out that makes me go, oh, gosh, maybe we should get it. And some theories floating about the internet that we'll discuss later. Now, Hulu, they lost South Park. They're losing the NBC shows here pretty soon. There's her face. They're losing the NBC shows pretty soon because NBC is coming out with their own streaming service, which I don't know if anybody's gonna get. How much Friends can one person watch? I'm just saying. But Hulu is going to be starting a. Wow, that's really simple there, Hulu. If I would have known that was just going to be I would have added a couple of characters right here, maybe. But anyway, Hulu will...
Oh, Shadow says, no, all I have is Hulu.
No, well, Hulu's got a cool thing. Hold on. Hulu's got a cool thing, Shadow. Because not only are they adding more channels to their programming, but there's actually going to be a feature out here this summer where you can watch TV shows with your friends. Multiple friends at one time. Now, Netflix already has this system. It's called Netflix Party, but you need a Google Chrome extension, and from what I've read on the internet, it's actually pretty confusing to do.
Really?
With Hulu, you'll be able... Yeah. With Hulu, you'll be able to do... you'll be able to do this through the Hulu app on either your console, on your smart TV, whatever. You can watch television shows with your friends, maybe have them on the phone, talk about the shows. Mm-hmm. Friends that don't even have Hulu. The only catch is you need to have the $11.99 subscription to Hulu. And I forget what that is. We have that, don't we?
I think ours is something like that. That's ad free. $11.99 or $14.99 is the ad free.
HBO Luciano on Facebook. HBO Max sounds and looks like HBO mixed with Skinamax. If that was the case, they would have just sold out immediately. But yeah, you have to have the $11.99 subscription to Hulu to use that feature. But the feature's coming out nonetheless. So honestly, you know what I would do? I would promote myself to the $11.99 month, and then I would charge my friends to watch stuff.
I think we have the $11.99 or the $14.99 or something like that, somewhere in that range.
I just know we don't have commercials, but I would charge my friends to watch with me if they really wanted to watch something so badly. Yeah, whatever. I don't care.
I don't know.
I don't care. You want to watch something on my Hulu account? You're gonna pay me $6. That's what I'm saying. You're going to pay me $6 a month. We'll watch whatever you want to. You just give me... Maybe I'm terrible. I don't know. But that is Hulu news. Now we're going to get into Netflix news. Misty, you're really excited about this.
Yes.
So the Dark Season 3 trailer hit. It is out right now with the release date of June 27th, 2020. Misty, this is not my show. This is more your show than my show, so go ahead. Explain away.
To me, it kind of defies explanation. It basically this is the third and final season of Dark.
Really, the final one?
The third and final season, basically, this is all about how everything is connected, even time. Like, time. Okay, let's just start with that.
And
Everything
it's German.
is connected, yes.
So you know it's intense.
It's awesome. Everything is connected, even different time periods, so on and so forth. And basically, there are things that are happening in this town, this German town, and there's kind of this pattern emerging. And so we have things going on in the year 1986. We have things going on in the year, oh my God, it's 1953, 1986, and 2020.
Not so good year. Not so good year.
So we kind of were putting pieces together as to like what is going on. So we see glimpses of the past, glimpses of the present, glimpses of the future. It's crazy. So it's basically all of this whole crazy crap going on in this German town, and it kind of has to do with like basically this boy Jonas starts kind of putting pieces together once he starts exploring this cave after this little boy disappeared. There are kids disappearing, and then they're showing up in different time periods. It's nuts. I don't want to give anything away. I feel like anything could be a spoiler, so I don't want to give anything away.
You recommended highly Luciano, I'm sorry, back on Facebook. No offense to my peeps, but I want to have all up. I want to have my Netflix all up all the time. Daddy needs Last Airbender all to himself. I agree with that sentiment, Luciano. And Shadow 2020 garbage fire year. 2020 has not been good so far. But as far as things coming out, it's pretty dope. Go ahead.
If you like David Lynch, if you like Twin Peaks, you'll like Dark. It's a very serious show. You know, it's not meant to be funny, or it's not meant to be campy as we definitely, if you've seen Twin Peaks, you definitely got some campy moments in that show.
If you like German intensity, like this is your show. No, she showed me a couple episodes, and there is no humor in it whatsoever. It is dark.
The acting is great. The production value is great. It's dark. And basically, June 27th, 2020, like that has significance in the show. So that is why it is being released on that specific date.
Well, that's a fun little tidbit.
Yes,
I didn't know that.
There's so much going on in that show, and like I just started rewatching season 1 to get ready for season 2, and I'm like, oh wait, I'm trying to put more pieces together. Hindsight is 2020, but it's mysterious. It's crazy. I love the freaking show. You'll just have to check out. We'll have to check out the trailer.
Just check out the season 3 trailer and start binging right now. Have those subtitles on though, because Germans. I don't know. I can't do a good German accent. But when she put it on, I was just like, you need to put the to put the subtitles on. I don't understand what they're saying. It's like watching
It's dubbed. I watched the dubbed version.
Oh, you watched the dubbed version?
I watched the dubbed version.
Now I understand why I couldn't understand what they were saying, because they were speaking German. That makes a lot of sense. I thought they were just really bad at speaking English.
Anyway, it's fantastic. Just the intro is captivating. The song, I freaking love the song to the intro to that show.
No, I'm just kidding.
I love that song so much. It's so creepy. I love it. If you like creepy things, you will like Dark. If you like intricate things, you will like Dark.
So that's coming out in June. Now, what's coming out in July? What could be coming out in July on Netflix? Oh,
ooh.
Boom! Umbrella Academy Season 2 coming back.
Woo!
Not delayed, nothing. It was finished before the
awesome.
pandemic. They got it done in editing. The new show posters are out featuring what the characters are kind of going to look like in Season 2.
Oh,
Not much
really?
changed to number 1 except a new coat. Pretty excited about that.
Ooh.
But Umbrella Academy Season 2 comes out July 31st, and we will see the first Season 2 trailer next month.
Woohoo.
So that's going to be awesome. Now, Season 1, they kind of followed the comic book, The Apocalypse Suite, Gerard Way's comic book, The Apocalypse Suite, hoping Season 2 is Kennedy. Oh, which, by the way, in the comic book, they had to go back in time to make sure John F. Kennedy was dead. Now, this kind of falls along the lines of 11/22/63, but not really, because they have to make sure Kennedy dies. And it has this infamous scene in the comic book where Rumor whispers to John F. Kennedy, I hear, what was it? I hear something like you need a bullet in the head. Because in Rumor's power is if she says a rumor, it becomes true.
Yeah.
So she says to John F. Kennedy something to the effect of, you're going to get a hole in your head, and then boom, friggin' boom. And then it's shown that number 5 is actually the one who killed Kennedy. And if you remember in the first season, in one of the sequences when they were showing number 5 going through time, he's actually holding the gun while Kennedy is getting killed in that flashback scene. So I'm hoping that this is going to be about Kennedy. If it's not, it's a completely original season, okay, not related to the comic, fine. I'm happy with that. But man, Volume 2 of the Umbrella Academy, Kennedy, is absolutely wonderful. Actually, I think it's called Dallas, but whatever. It's exciting. So Season 2, Umbrella Academy, July 31st. Trailer next month. And, speaking, what's out right now? Boom. Steve Carell's Space Force out right now on Netflix. If you don't want to watch the news because of what's going on right now, it's just making y'all stressed out and anxious and you're worried about people, Space Force is on Netflix right now. We're going to be binge watching it throughout the weekend, and we'll give you a kind of a semi-review next week. If we do finish it, we'll give you a full review. From what I've been hearing, the critics have kind of been trashing this.
Yeah.
The critics have been giving this pretty bad reviews, but I don't listen to critics. I watch stuff myself, and then we form our own opinion. But I'm just a little bit surprised that a Steve Carell show is getting negative reviews, especially when it comes from the people who did The Office. What do you think?
I mean, I'm surprised as well, to be honest with you. I mean, it could be any number of things. It could be the casting. Sometimes, like, the timing can be, like, a hair off, and you're like, I don't understand what, you know, and sometimes, like, things bother me. I'm like, I can't put my finger on it, and there's just little nuances. Maybe the DP's not experienced enough.
Okay.
Maybe the editor, maybe the timing was off on that one joke, and, you know, maybe...
That's a fair point.
Maybe the director needs a hair more experience.
One criticism I read was that the biggest punchline of the show is the premise. They don't make any line funnier, any situation in the show funnier than the premise of the show.
Oh, boring.
Well, I mean, that's just a person's opinion. Yeah. But I did notice while I watched the trailer that nothing was really making me laugh out loud.
Yeah, that's...
Like I think
we talked about that. Yeah.
If you watched a trailer of The Office, there are many moments, or just I'm just naming another Steve Carell show as a frame of reference. But if you watch a trailer of The Office, there are several, moments where you laugh out loud.
Yeah.
Or just any Steve Carell movie or whatever. This, you watched it, and I'm just like, okay, I'm liking the premise. I'm liking the premise. I'm liking the premise. Okay, where are the jokes? Okay, the premise is good. Give me a good joke. That's how I felt when I was watching the trailer. But yeah, so we'll watch it over the weekend, and we'll give you guys a review on next Friday's Nerd Alert, which will also have a giveaway next Friday. Feel like I should mention that.
Yeah.
Next Friday, we'll be doing an Amazon gift code giveaway for the Twitch stream. So if you're watching on Facebook, make a Twitch account, follow the channel. It's absolutely free to do. You won't be charged any money, I promise. All you have to do is join Twitch and follow Red Nebula Pictures and be here next Friday for Nerd Alert. And we'll be doing an Amazon $25 gift code giveaway. You can get a lot with $25 on Amazon, especially if you need toilet paper. Will I win it? Tune in to find out. Exterminate has a history in the 20 months that he's been here of pretty much winning like 80% of the giveaways. We don't know how, because we do random chatbot. There was this one time where we did it from a hat. Mm-hmm. We showed everybody that it wasn't just Exterminate's name written all over, like written on every little card. And he's still... So if you want to Dethrone Exterminate, be here
Next Friday.
week. Next Friday at 7 p.m. Central for that. But yeah, Space Force we will watch over the weekend. And next Friday, we'll give you a review along with that giveaway. And hopefully any other news that spices up. But we've got more on today's show, because now we're going to break in to the movies. Hey, Misty, you know how Trolls World Tour made a big splash on demand? That Scooby-Doo movie followed suit. Boom. Well, now it looks like we're going to get our first real live-action movie that's going to be on demand on streaming services and not in the theaters. And it looks like it's going to be the next Bill and Ted movie, which a couple of people have seen it already, a couple of reviewers, and they're saying this is actually a really good Bill and Ted movie.
Really?
They're saying it's pretty good. This isn't like a Jay and Silent Bob type of thing where it's playing to your nostalgia. They add more to the story.
Good.
They keep the story going, and they said there's a couple of consistent links to the second and the first one. But this is Bill and Ted's, I don't even know what it's called. Bill and Ted 3 is coming out this summer, and it's going to be on VOD. I just spaced on the name of the Bill and Ted movie, so I'm just calling it Bill and Ted 3. But yeah, it's going to be on streaming services, on demand, following suit of Trolls World Tour and the Scooby movie. Which they had to do because of the pandemic, but what they ended up finding out was they're making just as much money, if not more, doing VOD than they are movie theaters. You can see AMC is being bought out by Amazon. Even as we speak, they are negotiating a deal.
Bill and Ted Face the Music.
Bill and Ted Face the Music. Bill and Ted 3 Face the Music is going to be out here soon on VOD. If you're a huge Bill and Ted fan like I am, you're pretty excited, and just to hear that it's good. What?
Anthony Carrigan's in it.
Anthony Carrigan from Gotham's in it.
Yes.
What?
Oh, he plays Victor Zsasz. I love him. I'm wearing a Gotham shirt, by the way. I'm wearing my Cobblepot shirt.
It is amazing.
Short.
It is amazing.
Wearing my Cobblepot
I can't
shirt.
get her to remember a Batman villain name, but if it's a great actor on Gotham, she remembers that villain.
I remember his face.
No,
Duh.
but Gotham is not completely trash.
Not completely.
The first 2 seasons are great, and then a couple of episodes here and there around season 3 and 4 is great. That last episode, terrible. I'll give you that. That last episode was trash. But there are little brilliant moments as a Batman fan in Gotham. But what other girlfriend knows who Victor Zsasz is? You know what I mean?
Love him in
Like,
that
no one-
show.
I don't know any of my buddies with a girlfriend who knows who Victor Zsasz is. And she knows Victor Zsasz because of, what's his name?
Gotham.
Gothman. Knows who Victor
Carrigan.
Knows who Victor Zsasz is. Can't get the name of the show right. Nothing makes sense.
Because
Nothing
I
makes
get
sense.
excited about things.
I know.
I get excited
So
about
he's
things.
in Bill and Ted. He's
He
going to be
is
in Bill and Ted 3.
and Ted.
This is not the Gotham movie. This is Bill and Ted Face the Music, out this summer on VOD, video streaming services, and not movie theaters.
Not
Another
movie theaters.
big blow to movie theaters.
Oh.
The last episode makes or breaks the show. No, absolutely agree. And it was trash. It was trash. However, the first 2 seasons and that.
We're good.
Okay. Last 2 seasons, whatever.
Anyway,
First 2, whatever.
we're gonna be definitely watching this. Like, I remember watching the first Bill and Ted when I was probably like 8 or 9 years old.
And there's another thing with the Bill and Ted movies: the soundtracks. The soundtrack to the first one, the soundtrack to the second one. I can't wait to see the soundtrack to the third one. Probably gonna be in my phone or on my iTunes playlist. But yeah, it's like when Bill and Ted movies were a special event, you know, in music and in comedy, because they're also hilarious. The original cast is in this one with a couple surprise extra people, including Anthony Carrigan, apparently. Victor Zsasz called it Gothman. Weird.
I was excited, and I loved my words, okay? Butthole.
Hey, that is not... Is that family friendly?
Kids say that. Kids say that.
Do they?
Yeah.
They
Not
probably have some.
Not like 5-year-olds or anything, but kids. That's something that's okay for a kid to say.
Okay. Shadow, you haven't seen Bill and Ted? You're 19. It's cool. I'm sure you can watch the first Bill and Ted. I'm sure you can find it on Hulu or find it somewhere. You torrent it. Bill and Ted 1 and Bill and Ted 2. I love Bill and Ted 2 way more because it has the Grim Reaper in it.
I haven't seen that.
Awesome.
I haven't seen it in years.
Battle Stations! Oh, it's just, that movie is so great. But yeah, you can just look it up and find it, torrent it. I'm sure it's there somewhere. But yeah, Bill and Ted, this summer, on streaming services. Not gonna be in movie theaters. You heard it here.
I mean...
Oh, I like that. You heard it here. I'm gonna do that from now on. Don't make fun of me. Alright. Oh, you know what? I put this in the wrong segment. I put this next one I put it in the movies when it shouldn't have been in the movies. Okay, so this is pretty funny. We're just gonna go back to television just for a second. So the early designs of Baby Yoda came out, and it's horrifying. It's like the first drawing of Baby Yoda from Mandalorian.
Well, show him.
I don't know if I want to.
I haven't seen it.
Okay, Misty hasn't seen it, so you're getting a fresh reaction from Misty. And you guys, this is...
Should I close my eyes and then open them?
Everybody close your eyes, and I'll tell you when to open them. 3, 2, 1, close your eyes. 3, 2, 1, open your eyes. I did not alter this. This is not something I made up. This was the actual first design to Baby Yoda. When I first saw it, I was like, get the fuck out of here. This is a satire site. This has to be a satire site. No, it was the website I usually get our news from. This is real. This you have to change it, because if they would have went with this Baby Yoda, you would have just asked Mando to kill it every episode. Just kill it, Mando. Why are you letting this live?
Oh my god, he has an overbite too.
He does. He has an overbite.
He looks like it looks like an old man, like in Yoda version with an overbite and hair on his ears.
Can you imagine? You're pitching this to Jon Favreau, and here's Baby Yoda. He was probably like, what is this? I don't know what this is. That doesn't even look like Yoda. That looks like Yoda's cousin who just doesn't have the Force. Like, this looks like a Baby Yoda that doesn't have the Force. Got more hair on his ears than me, and he's just a damn baby. Did I say that? Did I say?
I don't know.
I don't think I cussed.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. I'm glad I got a fresh reaction.
I can't believe they went with that. That would have totally changed the course of the whole show right there. Totally changed the course of the whole show. So, that's...
Old man Yoda.
That's that. Let's go back to movies. Pooped himself?
Old man Yoda pooped himself. It's time to change his diaper. It's not as cute as when you're changing a baby's diaper.
What? Old man Yoda?
Old man Yoda versus Baby Yoda.
Well, no.
That's Old man Yoda.
Wait, well, where did you get that quote? You totally broke off into your own script right there.
I did.
Old man Yoda, hard to change his diaper. Like, what are you talking about?
Like, if Old Man Yoda on the TV show, if you had to change his diaper, it wouldn't be cute. It would be gross. But if you had to change Baby Yoda's diaper, it would be cute.
Not that Baby Yoda.
That's Old Man Yoda.
No, that is a Baby Yoda. That is the first.
But it's Old Man Yoda. You don't get it.
That's what's in
matter.
Old Man Yoda's pants right there. That's what that is. That's Old Man Yoda's poop. That's what you see when you open up Old Man Yoda's diaper. Is that you see that? That looks like it would bite you if you were trying to change his diaper. Like that. That's what it was. It doesn't have the Force. It just has teeth it's gonna bite you with. So yeah, the whole aspect of the show would have totally changed if they kept this design. It would have been more of a comedy that they were trying to keep this thing alive. And the viewer's like, why? Just kill it.
Yeah.
Just kill it. So yeah, back to movie news. The Labyrinth sequel The director was announced. It's going to be Scott Derrickson, who is going to direct the Doctor Strange sequel. No longer directing the Doctor Strange sequel. But will be directing the Labyrinth sequel. Still no idea who's going to be in the cast of that. Obviously not David Bowie, R.I.P. But Labyrinth sequel happening. Oh, Misty's going into her research. Maybe we will get a cast member. Heads up from Misty. She's typing it as fast as she can. She's thinking about her Baby Yoda joke.
I am right now.
You literally just typed in diaper.
No, I did not. I lost my train of thought.
Okay. Well, anyway, Scott Derrickson is going to be directing the Labyrinth sequel. He directed the original Doctor Strange. Was supposed to direct Doctor Strange 2. Not happening. So he's moved on to Labyrinth sequel. Looking pretty good so far, but that was what was in the news on that. And big news for Sega fans, because one, not only is Sonic the Hedgehog getting a sequel, so there is going to be a Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Wow, look how far we've come. Look how far we've come. Remember when Sonic the Hedgehog first came out and they were like, oh my god, you need to redesign it. It looks terrible. Not only did they redesign it, but they made a good movie to warrant a sequel. When it didn't even look like there was going to be a sequel, the studio opened up, 20th Century Fox opened the studio back up and said, give us a sequel. The post-credit scene in the first movie teased it for a sequel, opened it up for a sequel. Now we're getting a sequel, but not just that. Sega CEO has stated that because of the movie's success, it's more possible we will see more Sega characters have live-action movies. No word on who, but me personally, I'm hoping Earthworm Jim movie, because that would be awesome. Or a Toe Jam and Earl. That would be awesome. Oh my gosh, the possibilities. But yeah, expect more live-action Sega movies coming. Sonic the Hedgehog was absolutely wonderful. Very surprisingly wonderful. I was going to go in thinking I was going to hate it, and it ended up being one of the best movies I've seen this year. Earthworm Jim, I'm down for. So Shadow's not a Sonic fan. It's fine. James Marsden's in it, and he's wonderful.
I love James Marsden.
James Marsden is great. The post-credit scene was a jaw-dropper. Jim Carrey's performance as Dr. Robotnik was awesome. I want to see this continue as a franchise with Carrey at the helm as Robotnik. I mean, I thought, at first I was thinking, oh man, a Sonic movie carried by Jim Carrey. Ugh. I mean, no pun intended on the last names and stuff. But it was just like, oh man, this could get... And then you see Jim Carrey's performance, and you're like, yeah, he can carry this whole franchise. Please let it happen. At first they announced there wasn't going to be a sequel because of all the drawback and all the money they had to spend recreating Sonic, but it made enough money. It made enough money, guys, where they turned a profit. They reopened that studio back up, and they're doing a sequel. And not only that, we're going to get some more Sega characters in a Sega live-action universe. I'm so happy. That news made me the happiest out of all this week, because I really want an Earthworm Jim 2 movie. Alright, so we have 2 more bits of news left. So just a reminder, next week there will be a Amazon gift card giveaway. How we're going to do it, we're going to try to use the chat bot. If the chat bot just ends up doing that usual thing it's doing where it's not signing people up, we'll do names from a hat to make sure to let you know we're not just writing Exterminate over and over again, and we'll do it that way. But that's just a reminder. Tell your friends. We will be doing a $25 Amazon gift card giveaway next week. You can get you can get toilet paper, you can get anything you need that's essential, and it's on us. Shadow Pirate has yet again cashed in the channel reward points for Cheers. Cheers to you, Shadow Pirate. Cheers to everyone watching today. Hope everyone is safe and at home. Honey ginseng tea. Anyways, so here we go. Also, announced this week, probably the biggest piece of news this week, Henry Cavill, after exiting the Superman role in 2018, has announced him and DC have announced that he is back. He will be Superman for the foreseeable future.
Sweet.
And that he will be appearing in some upcoming future DC movies. So, Live action. Now, they didn't say what movies, but I have a sneaking suspicion that he's going to pop up in the post-credit scene of the next Wonder Woman movie.
Okay.
Now, you got to think about the timing of all this. So last week they announced the Snyder Cut, right? Now all of a sudden Henry Cavill's just back as Superman. I think they rewatched the Snyder Cut and said, we can do something with this other than, besides the theatrical version. We can't do anything with the theatrical version, but this version, they rewatched it, they said, we could do something with this. Let's try to get Henry Cavill back. Henry Cavill comes back, and they can proceed as planned. If they're trying to relaunch the universe in general, Henry Cavill was fine as Superman.
Yeah.
It was just the movies and the dialogue and all that. It was just, it was Brandon Routh. Like, Brandon Routh played a good Superman. He was just in a bad Superman movie. Henry Cavill is a good Superman, was just in some subpar Superman movies.
Yeah.
All right? But if we're relaunching the universe and we're keeping certain people certain places, like we're keeping Jason Momoa as Aquaman, and all that dude is hair. All that dude is hair and muscles. It's just the same character every movie. Anyways, keeping him, keeping Henry Cavill, keeping Wonder Woman, keeping Gal Gadot, why not? So, plus, Henry Cavill's fame and credibility went up after The Witcher.
Oh, I can't wait for season 2. Who knows when that's gonna happen?
I just can't wait to figure out what order it's in. That's what I can't wait to figure out for Witcher season 2. When exactly is this episode happening? Anyways, that's just my personal opinion. But Henry Cavill, back as Superman, will be appearing in future DC movies, but he is not alone, guys. Okay? He's not alone, and this is our last bit of news, because they've also announced that Margot Robbie will be continuing Harley Quinn, despite the box office bomb that was Birds of Prey, and the box office bomb which was Justice League, which, by the way, the Justice League director's cut might also happen on HBO Max. Just fingers crossed on that. That's still in the works. But Margot Robbie was announced as coming back in some type of capacity, whether it's a solo movie, a compilation movie like Birds of Prey, or making cameos in future DC titles, much like Superman is right now. I would love to see Margot Robbie at the post-scene credit of the Robert Pattinson Batman. That
would be awesome.
Let's just start it from there. You want to relaunch this universe? Give Robert Pattinson's Batman just a obscure, like, that would just be so awesome. Just take her out of the Ben Affleck Batman universe, put her into the Robert Pattinson Batman universe just like that, and just let it unfold. You could also build up a new Joker with that. You could totally not change the character, but you can change how people feel about that Margot Robbie Joker. Harley Quinn. Because let's face it, the cartoon animated series Harley Quinn is way better than any of the movies that Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn has been in. Alright, they need to do something with this character. Margot Robbie is good as Harley Quinn, we know that, but you're not giving her scripts, and you're not giving her good movies to where she could shine with this character. Alright? She probably could have done it in Suicide Squad, but you cut like 20-30 minutes of Joker out of that. And that's you were trying to introduce her as Joker's girlfriend, but you cut the Joker out of there.
But that's the thing. Like, that's why, just gonna throw that out there, pre-production is important if you're a filmmaker. If you know what's gonna happen before you shoot it, and you don't have to edit things out, things make more sense and you have a better film. I'm gonna stop right there. That's my rant for the day.
No, it's absolutely true, and it's why I have you on this show. Because you give it that perspective. It's not because we sleep together. It's
okay.
We can't read that, but thank you for highlighting that message. We can't read it. Facts. Facts. But yeah, that concludes today's Nerd Alert. I'm glad you guys took a moment out of this, just, again, crazy, absolute crazy times happening right now. We hope you and your loved ones are safe, whether they're at home with you or out protesting, out marching, what have you. We live in a crazy time with pandemics and people not getting along. I'd say that's a good way of putting it. And a president that tweets stuff.
I think we need to be the change that we want to see.
Spread kindness. Spread kindness, not COVID and not racism. I feel like every week of this pandemic, I'm gonna add something new to that. Like next week, it's gonna be like spread kindness, not COVID, not racism. And seriously, herpes, guys, herpes, really. Love you, Exterminate. Love you, Shadow. Love all you guys.
Thanks.
You guys have a safe, wonderful weekend. And next week, we're going to be having a giveaway. So remember that. Tell your friends. Have them make Twitch names. Have them follow. Get them. I mean, I get it. You don't want any competition. But get them in the giveaway. And we hope you enjoyed the somewhat family-friendly, the not-so-perfect family-friendly episode of Nerd Alert. Thank you guys for being on board with the whole family-friendly format change. And for all those on Facebook who joined us and left comments, thank you so much. It's rigged. I won it already. If he does win it next week after saying that, I'm going to be extremely upset. But thank you all for joining us every Friday. And thank you for making us your little escape from what's going on. You could pop in, Gordon Ramsay or America's Next Top Model. I'm just naming off obscure shows now because I've completely blanked on what's on television. But you come here, we talk about these things, and we do this because we want to give you an alternative to what's going on. I never thought when we started this 5 years ago that the climate of the world would be where it's at. But here we are, and we kind of feel like this is a responsibility now. Like this is kind of like what we got to do for ourselves, to just escape from everything that's in the news right now and everything that's going on. And I'm just glad all of us can gather here together and talk about things we love, which is comic books and video games and exterminate and exterminate, and how much we love him and all of you and everything, and movies and TV and German intensity.
German intensity.
And
German expressionism.
German, let's not get...
Well, no. It's probably not German expressionism. That was a movement like in the early 1900s.
That expressionism didn't lead to so many good things. I'm just saying. There haven't always been good in the expressionism.
For a Nerd Alert, I'm Misty.
Hey, no, my name goes first. I know how to work Streamlabs. My name goes first. Anyway, for Nerd Alert Quarantine Season, Episode 5, guys, love you all. I'm Dan.
I'm Misty.
Let's take out of the outros. We'll see you next week.